Hello everybody, and I'm back in Weardale again this week. Yeah, again. Why? Hi, I know what you're thinking, he's back in Weardale again. There are a number of reasons for that really. And some of it is related to actually what's been going on in the UK over the last sort of 3 months. I think it must be 12 weeks where we've had really dire weather. And when I say dire weather, I don't mean we've had different types of extreme weather. We've really only had one type of extreme weather, which is loads of rain, grey skies, flooding. And looking at a couple of my fellow YouTubers' recent vlogs, there seem to have been quite a few of us who have just been like, oh, you know, really had enough of this. And it was only when I watched a chap called Darren Knight, I watched his vlog the other day, where he had basically said, you know, I've been feeling really, having real trouble sort of motivating myself to go out and get some images and stuff. And I thought, well, I feel like that. It seems that every time I try to do anything, it goes wrong. I mean, for instance, I tried to do a vlog about 4 days ago when I was picking my daughter up from Durham, and we went to a different part of Weardale that I've not been to before, and it was lovely sunny weather until we dropped down into this valley, and then the rain came in and it just stayed in all afternoon. We got absolutely soaked, couldn't even get the cameras out the bag, and it was just, it's like, you know, you go through periods like that where you think, oh God, not again. And what Darren had said on his vlog, that basically he was going to go back to somewhere he absolutely loved, whatever the weather, just somewhere he loved to take images. And I thought, you know, that's a bloody good idea. You know, just forget about the vlogging, forget about, you know, what images you're going to get. Just go to a place that you love and just see what happens. So that's what I've done today. I've come back to Weardale, and I've specifically come back to this valley that the walk starts in Westgate, which is on the main road that runs at the side of Weardale, at the side of the River Wear in the North Pennines. And this must be about the 5th or 6th time I've been back here, and it's always very, very quiet. It's a wonderful valley with loads of waterfalls, and I don't know, there's just something about it that I absolutely love and just keeps me coming back. So it does actually work. You know, I'm not really bothered about the way this vlog comes out. If I get some images, I do. I even put the big lens on as I walked up, because I've seen dippers up here before, and it's a bit early, I think, for them to be, they probably are pairing up now actually, but they won't be nesting yet, I don't think, so it's a little bit early. But yeah, I even put the big lens on just in case there were some of those around. So yeah, my intention today really is, we've just come up the valley, we're going to do some exploring around here. I'll probably take another waterfall image, and actually at some point I want to get this whole walk done. I think it's about 7 miles, but we always get distracted and end up doing something else, so that doesn't matter today. You know, I'm here just to take some photos. I'll do a bit of vlogging. You know, if something comes out good, great. If it doesn't, then, you know, there's no loss. We've had a good day out, and the weather, well, it was really bright and sunny earlier, but it's clouded over a little now. But, you know, we're not bothered. We're just gonna see what happens. I've got Leia with me. I've had to pick her up from uni again today because they're basically shutting it down, I think, due to coronavirus. So I've nipped up there, picked her up and all her gear, and yeah, we're just going to walk around here and see what happens. So I'll catch you later, and hopefully, you know, we'll get some nice images. But it's just a wonderful place. Right, we just climbed out of the valley and we've been up onto the top on the moors up here, and the light's not very good today, to be fair. We're hoping there's some nice dark cloud, but the sun's gone behind a bit of a grey bank of cloud, and it doesn't seem to be wanting to shift. But we're going to hang around here a bit longer. I don't know if you can see on the ridge over there, just there, there's an old abandoned house, and it looks really nice from further up, because you've got a road that runs down to it, a track. That's just, the sky's not what we wanted today, so we're not going to do that today. But it's also something for the future. We thought about actually coming here and doing a wild camp and doing some astrophotography in the summer, and using that up there there as a you know, to put in the foreground with some nice stars above it. So that might be something we do in the future. And we've dropped back down into the valley, as you can see now, on the Middle Hope Burn, and we're going to do a bit of a walk back down, look for some compositions a bit further down, and hopefully the light's going to improve. If it doesn't, as I say, we're probably going to do some more stuff on waterfalls and things, see if we can get another a couple of shots, and yeah, I'll speak to you later. We haven't actually gone back down into the valley yet. If you've just seen a piece of B-roll that I did where we were walking down the valley, looking on the back of the camera, I actually liked the composition that we'd got with that old building up on the hill, and we did start to get a little bit of dramatic cloud look like it was going to come in. So what we've done, we've come back and set up. Now when I put my Sony up to take the image, I set it all up, and I just thought it just doesn't look like it did on the back of the Canon 70D that I'd done the B-roll with, and it wasn't until I realised that I'd still got it set up at a 16:9, so I've reverted it back to 3:2, and it looks a lot better. I've got a lot more of the sky in. So we're just waiting at the minute to see whether we'll get any more detail in the sky. What basically on this composition, you've got the Middle Hope Burn running from the bottom right of the image and then curving through. I've tried to get it as high up as we can. We could actually do with getting a little bit more height, and there's a position a little bit further back actually, which is not on top of some old, it looks like a spoil heap, or there might have been a building there at one time. So I might actually try and take it back a little bit so we can get a little bit higher and get more of the S-curve of this Middle Hope Burn going away into the distance, and then you've got the building on top there, and then obviously you've got the sky where we're hoping for some of this. I don't know if you can see over here, the sky's a lot more dramatic. We're hoping that that's going to pull across the top here and give us something above where that building is. So at the minute I'm shooting at f11, ISO is 250, and it's an 1/80th of a second. The reason I've got the ISO up to about 250 is it's still really windy up here, and yeah, anything, you know, trying to get rid of any vibration we can. So if I take it down as it blows a gale to a 50th ISO 50, we may get some vibration there. But I think what I'm going to do, just looking behind me, in fact I'll show you. There's Leia. She don't like getting on camera, she always does. There's this here, which I might see if I can go and get the tripod set up on that to see whether we can get more of this bend of the burn as it goes around the corner there into the distance. So anyway, if that shot's come out, you'll see it now. Right, I think this is going to be the last image today. I spent an awful lot of time on the top actually, out of this valley, and yeah, we're starting to lose the light now. So I've come down in one of my previous vlogs, which I'll put a link up here to. I said that this Middle Hope Burn has got loads and loads of waterfalls, which it has, and I think this is one I haven't looked at before. It's a bit further up from one that I did in the last vlog, so I didn't think I could get down to this bit, but I managed to today. I've actually got a waterfall under my feet, so I'm hoping you can hear this audio. Again, this is a fairly simple simple shot. I've got some steps in the rock, and I'll show you that in a moment, with just water coming over the edge quite gently, and that sort of goes up in a zigzag or a stagger up towards the main fall, which is not a massive fall, but there's an awful lot of water coming over it at the minute, and that looks really nice. And both sides of the banking here are covered in either green moss or green, some ferns and things, which it looks absolutely lovely, and the trees have got covered in it as well, so that adds another dimension to the image. It's got quite flat light now, but it still looks nice. I'd like to see it actually with some sun rays coming through. It look lovely. So anyway, shot settings, I'm at between 1.3 and 2 seconds. I'm shooting at f/16 to enable me to get down to that level, and I've also got a polarizer on to cut the glare off the water, and also that takes 2 stops of light out the image as well, so it enables me to have a longer shutter speed, and I'm at ISO 50 as well, again to try and get those longer shutter speeds. But yeah, it looks really nice, and I'll stick that image up now, and yeah, I'll speak to you later. Right, I think that's us done for today. We're going to make us way back to the car. We didn't manage to do the whole walk, the whole 6 miles again. We got onto the top, and we were on our way to doing the 6 miles, but then decided that we spent so much time meandering and looking at things that we were going to run out of time and not going to take any photos or do anything at all really. So we took a shortcut back down into this valley, and then we spent a long time taking that first image, really just waiting for the cloud to come over and stuff like that. So it's been an absolutely fantastic day. I think for me it does highlight the fact that sometimes you've got to go out without a plan. You know, you've got to go out and just see what happens, and just take it as a day where you're just going to go out to enjoy yourself, go for a nice walk, and if you see anything or any opportunities present themselves, then by all means take them, but don't go out with a particular plan in mind. Anyway, as I say, we're done for today. Got a long drive back now down the A1, so I shall see you next week, when I'll probably be doing some wildlife if I can find some around where we are, or travel somewhere else. If not, obviously I'll do another landscape video. But yeah, I shall see you in about a week's time. If you've enjoyed this video, then as always, please subscribe to the channel, and if you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and yeah, we'll see you soon.